This is Sports Talk Dub. JDub Carter Music Radio.
It's JDub Carter.
Welcome to the Cafe Dub. Putting live all around the world. Somewhere they probably done booked your girl. I'm talking both ways, figuratively and literally.
Yeah, I go by the name of JDub Carter, and this is Sports Talk with your boy. Today is April 17th in the year of our Lord 2019, and we had a busy sports night, a very exciting sports evening last night. Man, NBA playoffs, win or go home. That was the whole theme of the playoffs. Every time I seen TNT was win or go home. And I don't know if I've seen that promotional banner anywhere, on TV, anywhere as far as TNT and the NBA playoffs. But it is win or go home. And what I'm seeing in this OKC series is I'm seeing Enes Kanter the first game in Portland. It is in Portland. They are the home team. They do have a nice home crowd. In fact, I think it took Kobe Bryant, career-wise, I think he maybe had a losing record in Portland. I'm not sure. You could check the stats. Anyway, what I'm saying about OKC is the first game they let someone who used to play on that team, Enes Kanter, come out and destroy them. 20-18. Steven Adams now has the alert for the deer in the headlight eyes. We watched him in the first game, and now we watched him in the second with them throw up hooks. It's not working. You're failing. You're flailing. You're flailing. You're decreasing your ability, your strength, and your abilities towards the end of the game. I know the feeling, Steven Adams, but you're supposed to be Aquaman. And you let that boy light you on fire the first game. Second game, you still got the deer in the headlight eyes. And not only that, but Lillard and McCullough, they come together for 88 points. Now, if I think OKC has two of the best wing defenders in the game with Paul George and Russell Westbrook. Not only that, they're probably top 1 and 2, top 3 in steals in the league, so they should play the passing lanes. So denying their man the ball should be something that they're doing. They're getting hit in the pick and roll. Nobody's hedging. And I see y'all hedging, but you're overcommitting. Your man is overcommitting. You're too slow back into your rotations, and they seeing what y'all doing. Wing defenders. It's basically Lillard and McCullough versus Westbrook and PG. And Westbrook and PG, you're losing. Triple doubles is fine. When you let this man come out in his home court and you let him comfortably come down, shoot threes, he's a shooter. Make him dribble that ball, keep getting in that lane, make them passes. And y'all play them passing lanes honestly. It's an honest effort. You ain't going to steal a game at home first 2 games. They know the pressure that's on and they starting off at home. Okay? So now the pressure's on you guys. You're going back to OKC on Friday. Let's see what you're able to do, because if you lose, you're out of there. Okay? And I'm an OKC. I like OKC. I'm an OKC fan. I like him because I like Westbrook since Kobe and Mike, the competitive fire. But I need to see that. I need to see he pushing on the floor. Nah, bro. I know he at home. He got home court advantage, but you got to step it up and play with your heart. And that's note to self, in fact. Yeah, so that OKC series, man, is looking crazy. I think they got better contributions from their bench this time around. I think Schroeder's over-dribbling the ball. I like when he pulling up, shooting shots. Him and Westbrook got to work better together. Him and PG got to work better together. Jeremy Grant, he trying hard, but it's no cigar with him. Man, you got to make those free throws if you're going to slash. You got to hit those threes if you're going to stand in that corner like you open. Or drive to that basket and get up and dunk. One thing is for sure, and it's factual, it's factual data, is that Billy Donovan is not the coach to be coaching OKC. Did great in Florida. I like what he did with Corey Brewer, but now you have more. You have PG and Westbrook, and you have some talented people coming off your bench. Schroeder is a great sixth man off the bench. He's a starting point guard in the league. So now what you're dealing with is a coach who doesn't run his usual rotation that he was using, got broke by a player, and Westbrook told him don't take him out. And once you are usurped of your authority, you have no authority. And the players is running the team. So Billy Donovan has to go. He's not the coach for OKC. And OKC is win or go home. Everybody knows me. I'm a fan of OKC, but look, I'm fair when it comes to basketball. I got love for the game more than anything. And I could say either you win or go home. If you don't step it up under pressure, then you lose and you go home. Or you stay home. Simple. You don't get the chance to be in a big game. You don't get the chance to make history. You don't get the chance to make a legacy as in your profession. And so it's really like win or go home time all around the world, sports and in JDub Carter's life. You already
Sports
know.
Talk Dog on JDub
See, that's what we
Carter
want to do with
Music
Sports Talk with
Radio.
JDub Carter. We want to give you that authentic presentation with the ability to correlate and relate directly with what's going on in life. Rest in peace, Nip Hustle again.
Carter Music Radio.
Yeah, so that's what's going on with OKC. Westbrook, we need you to go hard, go stronger, go hard, do it for the win, go so hard. Shameless plug, Chicken Chow Man. Word, PG need to stop pulling up so much. PG need to drive, slash to the lane, and get to that free throw line. It's the playoffs, and it's when to go home. You got the whole summer to rest and heal up for next year. That Toronto series, Toronto-Orlando, second game, game 2. Seen Kawhi Leonard come out and take over the series and let everybody know he's the best player in that series. And if he continues to play like that and be aggressive, with Siakam helping out, and now Kyle Lowry still got the deer in the headlight eyes, but it's getting a little better. He could be comfortable in Kawhi Leonard. And I think that was the problem with Rosen and Lowry. When Lowry was looking for somebody to strengthen him, because he had the deer in the headlight eyes, I don't think he had that in DeRozan last year. I think he has that in Kawhi Leonard last year and this year. And so he understands the pressure. If you lose in the first round, Kawhi Leonard will not be back, and the franchise will never be the same. And so now it's fight for your life. It's win or go home. And I love the way Kawhi Leonard responded, and the whole Toronto Raptors team responded. So shout out Kawhi Leonard for really displaying the fact that he's a top 5 player in the league this year. And so I'm looking also at that 76ers series. 76ers Nets. The Nets gave that valiant effort in the first game and handled 76ers. I think Embiid didn't really know his place being injured. I think in game 2 they came out like gangbusters. No pun intended. They came out strong, ready, and they handled Brooklyn Nets. And so shout out to Brooklyn, but y'all going to have to step it up at home. Take one of these games at home to really put y'all feet down, cement yourselves as contenders against the 76ers, because they're going to come out, and B going to come out ready. And they laughing about throwing y'all around, especially y'all little skinny centers and all that. So if somebody don't come out and punch them boys in the face, they're going to knock y'all out. You heard? So that's the 76ers series. What other game? Denver game for last night. Denver, San Antonio. I had that series starting San Antonio 4-3. Now I got that series San Antonio 4-1. Denver's just a bunch of young players. They're very talented, but they're young. And I don't think they're quite ready for the playoff atmosphere going against a coach like Greg Popovich, who's been in the playoffs, whose team has experience in the playoffs, and who's going to utilize all his strategy in order to give his team the advantage and let their talent win out. You got Aldridge, and they're not scared going in the next round, because it's either going to be Portland, who they can beat, Aldridge, or OKC, who they also can beat, who they beat, and Aldridge had like 50 points, 50 plus points. So San Antonio's in a good position. Unfortunately, that's bad for the league because Golden State, that game against the Clippers, they lost. If Golden State could rebound and get up, make it out of there, and make it against Houston, then I think they'll have an easy time with San Antonio. However, I like the way Houston looking, and I also like the way that LA Clippers is fighting. Came back from 31, historical comeback in playoff history against the 2-time champs. DeMarcus Cousins, one of my second favorite player in the league is Cousins. Third. It's Westbrook, PG, then Cousins. I like Cousins' grit. He a bully on the court, and he a throwback center. And I said that the Golden State Warriors will not have a problem running through the West and getting that third championship, 4 championships in 5 years with Cousins at the helm in the post. I think it was a stat out that said that with Cousins in the post, since Cousins came back, the Golden State Warriors have been the best post-up team, the most productive post-up team in the league. And so now that you don't have that element, now you open yourselves up for some good center play, some rim running, some dominant center play, and enough center play to put you guys at a disadvantage in other spots. Going against the Clippers with a scorer like Lou Williams and Montrell down there, big boy, and then going against a team like Houston, possibly with Harden, Capella, Paul, you're going to be up against skilled players versus skilled players, and we seen even last year with Houston with Chris Paul out, it still was a good game, good series, and so I believe Chris Paul has made it this far. He got enough to get Houston to that game against Golden State. But Golden State got to get out to beat the Clippers. They got to show me more. They lost at home, all that clowning and buffoonery. They're going to have to show me more in L.A. when they go play the Clippers. So I'm looking forward to that game and that series. The rest of the series is kind of corny to me. I'm really not watching them. The Boston-Indiana series, I'm watching, but I'm flipping channels, channel surfing. The Utah-Houston, I feel like Houston got that, and it's sad because the Jazz, I expect more from them as well. But I think Houston going to run that joint. But yeah, man. So I still got OKC in the finals till they lose. I got Golden State going up against Houston. I don't know if that's going to be a win for Golden State. So I'm really excited to see what that would become. But first, they got to get past the Clippers. I like the way Lou Williams is playing.
Sports Talk Dub on
And
JDub Carter
I just like everything,
Radio.
that's going on with the Clippers. I think they got a chance without Cousins. Yo, get well, Cousins. That's my man. Yo, one of the most dominant bigs in the league. I mean, when it comes down to Cousins, he's a bully. He gonna get you points. He gonna get you assists. He gonna spread the floor. He gonna dribble on a fast break. I think he was going too hard. And his Achilles. I think he been mindful of the Achilles all year. I think he should have been more mindful on that chase down of that ball. Slow down, bro. Ease up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all up already in the series. Y'all cruising. Wait for the hard series. You running around trying to chase behind the Clippers. I think what Patrick Beverly is doing to KD, I think he understands what it is. It's win or go home. Patrick Beverly, even though I don't like him because what he did to Westbrook, and Durant is aware of that. Mind you, let me let you know that Kevin Durant is aware of what Patrick Beverly did to Russell Westbrook when he put him out. You got to know there was a sense of fear, love and fear in Kevin Durant towards Russell Westbrook, and he seen Westbrook get put out by Patrick Beverly. Dirty play. So now he under him. He under him. Every time Durant catching that ball in the post, he right under his knees. And we know Kevin Durant got them fragile knees. He not built like LeBron. He's skinny and he fragile. And you see what Patrick Beverly getting up under him. He getting on his nerves. He getting in his head. He letting him know I can undercut you in your career. You about to be a free agent. You could go out. I ain't got nothing to lose. I'm a scrub. Like you said, I'm just here to play defense and play my heart out. Shout out Patrick Beverly in the Golden State series. You still a dirty player for what you did to Westbrook, and I don't like you, and you don't got a kid if I don't like you. You getting your money, and you doing your thing. Way to play. That's how you play a champ. That's how you play tough. You play tough. Make somebody beat you with their heart, too. Put their heart in it. Be passionate. Golden State just going through the motions. You up 31 points, and bam, get smacked in the face. Now, step it up or step out. Win or go home. Word. And also, I wanted to talk about today. We already talked about. Shout out Tiger Woods, y'all. So good job. Got to shout Tiger out again. What else is sports? I don't want to talk. The only thing NFL I'm going to talk is possibly if I could get this Lifeline on the phone, this Sports Talk with JDub Carter Lifeline, then I'm sure he could give you his take on the NFL, and it's probably going to be mock draft, and type stuff. We'll see right now. Yeah.
Calling Mr. Gray again. I try to be inclusive with the NFL, even though they do us like slaves.
Hello?
On the part. What's up, Mr. Gray?
Hey, what's up, Jeff?
You got the mock? Do you got the mock draft ready for the people?
I have it. I have a roundabout.
That's fine. Because if you don't got the mock draft ready, we not doing NFL. We only doing NFL on account of Mr.
Yeah, because you caught me off guard. But yeah, we don't have to do the mock draft right now. We can talk about something else.
Okay, because I wanted to know. That's what I'm saying. I got to give the NFL some props because they played that black man, Russell Wilson. Yeah, he got a master contract.
Yeah, I'm glad he did, and I like how he went about it. This is the first time I've ever seen a player actually give a team a deadline, like an actual date. And I thought that stood out in itself, as far as his confidence in himself and his game, what he brings to his team, what he brings to the format. And I think Russ, he's always been kind of humble,
Yes.
And but he got a good woman that was in that industry.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure she that pillow talk.
Yeah. Shout out Ciara, man. Listen, always had love for Ciara. You know what I'm saying? And whatever relationship she was in, but I'm so happy for her now. You know what I'm saying? She lying around with her husband, and she up with him like, baby, they gonna have that money for you. As soon as they call, you like, now we can go to sleep, baby. They got that money for you.
It's good, and it's good to see when two people come together and they're good for one another. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
And I think she kind of guided the young brother, a little bit as far as how the industry works. I'm pretty sure he knows how it goes because he's a highly intelligent person.
Yeah, she's the spice to his sugar.
Yeah, exactly. And I say that because after he signed the deal, him and her were in the bed and the little Instagram snap or whatever they did.
Yeah.
And I kind of say that that was a team family effort thing.
Yeah, for sure. That affected his family. He needed them M's.
It did.
He needed them M's to buy back her masters.
Exactly. So props, like you say, props to Seattle.
Right.
And giving the money to who they know deserve it over these past years. Because really, Russ should, that one play call, Russ should have 2 Super Bowls. You know what I mean?
Word, and we know how Pete Carroll do.
Yeah.
So
we know how he do.
Yeah.
That was a very special case in my mind because I've never seen an actual. I've seen players demand, I'm not gonna come to OTAs, I'm not gonna show up, I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna do that until I get my money. Let me on Bell. He said out of here, but he's the first that I can remember to say, hey, look, man, y'all got by April 15th.
Word.
And they make things happen, so I'm happy for the brother. How he's played NFL player now. And so he's going to ball out. He got the money thing behind what he got to do now is just keep performing at a high level like he's been doing. So I don't see him doing nothing different.
Word. And speaking of quarterbacks, do quarterbacks deserve that money? They talk about Dak Prescott contract. I don't really want to talk about NFL, but I know you're such a avid fan and student of the game. So I remember.
I think if your quarterback is what a quarterback's supposed to be, yes, he's worth every dime.
So that
being said, every starting quarterback in the NFL is not $100 million quarterback.
That's facts.
It's only, I would probably say, let me run off the top of my head. Even though Aaron Rodgers is, in the hot water right now, I think he's a $100 million quarterback. I think Tom Brady's a $100 million quarterback. But one thing a lot of people don't realize about Tom Brady is that Tom Brady always takes pay cuts to keep his team together. But the front office don't do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sports Talk with JDub Carter, and we have Wednesday morning quarterback with the quarterback extraordinaire, Aaron Gray. We knew this conversation was going to get to Tom Brady soon enough.
Lord, I don't think Derek Carr's future in Oakland is as sound as it used to be. I think he's plateaued at a young age, and that's not very good.
And with Gruden at the helm, you ain't got long.
And I wouldn't be surprised because the Raiders and Gruden is aggressive, and Todd McShay, I think is a good football-minded person. I'm shocked that he took that job, the general manager's job.
McShay from the mock drafts?
Yeah, Todd McShay is it Todd McShay?
Yeah. If you're talking about
the Redskins tried. No, Todd McShay is a young guy.
yeah, that does the mock drafts. McVay.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the other guy. It was three of them. It was Todd McShay, Mel Kiper, and the other guy.
Yeah.
But he's the draft. But the Raiders picked him up. The Redskins tried to pick him up last year, but I think he just didn't want to be a part of the organization.
Right.
And then the next year he got picked up by the Raiders, and I like him a lot as far as his grading talent and stuff like that.
Is Josh Rosen gone in Arizona?
Oh man, that is a tough one. Me personally, if I was the GM in Arizona, Josh Rosen would stay still. I wouldn't trade him.
And you would still pick Kyler Murray with the first pick.
Pick Kyler Murray. Yes.
It's better to have two quarterbacks than one. I get it, quarterback extraordinaire.
For the first point, that you always, I think, if you don't have a good backup, if you don't have a backup that can push the starter in practice, then you don't put no pressure on him to be better, to make his skill better. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think that with both of them young boys on the squad, they're gonna fight and they're gonna try to prove themselves to be the man. You know, Josh Rosen. I think his biggest thing is that he comes from a well-off, well-being situation, and so through college and everything, he's really never, let's say, humbled himself for authority. And his biggest knock that he's had, especially his rookie year coming into the draft, and Arizona even said is he derives from the game plan. He kind of impromptu out there, and you're a rookie. You know, your game ain't that. You're not.
Got to feel your way through. Feel your way through. Right.
Josh Rosen played for UCLA.
Right.
And he got hurt his senior. He got hurt his last year. He didn't play a whole lot. He came to the league, and he just wasn't in a good situation. He had bad coaching, a bad offense, but that still don't take away from him. His short game need work. And his just overall mentality, approach to the game. I think he has an arrogance about him to where I think they won't allow him to get over the learning curve.
Should the Giants take Dwayne Haskins with the 6th pick?
I think the Giants should look for a quarterback in the second round.
Okay, all right. Should the Redskins take a quarterback with the 15th pick?
I think they also should wait.
Wow. So you're saying this lot of quarterbacks isn't worth the press that they're getting?
No. I like Dwayne Haskins. Not a football play. Not a lot of football play, though. But as far as a quarterback, I think he has a very, very bright future and an upside. But I'm leery of quarterbacks in gimmick offenses. Yeah, he didn't take a lot of snaps on the center. Not used to turning your back to the defense. You know what I mean? There's little subtleties that a quarterback got to do. When you play a shotgun offense, your face is always facing the defense. But when you come in the NFL, there's a pro style game.
You got the step back.
Play action. You got the bootlegs. You got counters. You got naked boots and all this other the kind of nomenclature and all the kind of things that you got to do. And you got to be able to use to turn you back to the defense and then come back and get back on your reads. And so I think that's a learning curve in itself. I look towards more of like your pro-style quarterbacks, but there's really none. I don't really see none. I really like the dudes from Duke, Daniel Jones, and I really like Dwayne Haskins a whole lot. I really would like the Redskins if he does fall. I would like for the Redskins if he's still there to pick him up. But I still think that our need, we have greater needs in other areas where we could wait and still snag a quarterback in the second round because the Redskins have 2 second-round picks. So I'm just thinking about getting the team young and better. John Gruden, I think this would be his last year. Pat Shermer, I don't know about him and the Giants. Carson Wentz, his back still not what it is.
So to sum it all up, people, he's saying Josh Rosen, win or go home. Dak Prescott, win or go home. The contracts is gonna be there, but you either gotta win or you go home. Redskins, win or go home.
Yes. And this is my knock on Dak. Everybody want to throw numbers and stats on Dak, but stats got to implicate the wins.
Yeah.
Dak has a defense. Dak has a running game. He has a hell of an offensive line. Russell Wilson don't have any of those things.
Mm-hmm.
And he make plays on his own shoulders. Like they want to compare, Russell Wilson. Dak hasn't won a playoff game. Russell Wilson played in 2 Super Bowls, his second and his third year.
Facts.
Let's say it again. In his second year, he won a Super Bowl. His third year.
Facts.
Goofy play, he could have been a back-to-back champion. The youngest quarterback ever to win back-to-back Super Bowls.
No doubt.
But that's a coach error, not a Russell Wilson error.
That's fact.
And Lockett could have went for the ball too. Lockett, that was a poor effort. But anyway, I think Dak Prescott he is what he is. I think he's a game manager. I don't think he's a gunslinger. I think without Ezekiel Elliott, he's nothing. And that proved last year when Zeke had to sit up for 6 games. He struggled. He made bad decisions. Everything. But he's just a different quarterback. So if I was the Dallas Cowboys, give Zeke that money.
Facts.
And if I was that, and every quarterback, I think, after you win your championships and your accolades and all that, then it becomes a numbers game. But you're not going to get paid until you get W's in the left-hand column.
Win or go home. And we'd like to thank Mr. Gray for coming on our show. I think next time, maybe on Friday, or Saturday, we might get that mock draft. Mr. Gray,
I'll have the mock draft ready for you by Saturday.
No doubt. We looking forward to it, and we appreciate you coming on and sharing your Wednesday morning quarterbacking extraordinary wisdom. Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you so much. Everybody have a blessed day. Y'all be safe.
Yeah, so there we have it, man. And last but not least, I want to talk about, that was a good little sports talk with JDub Carter Lifeline. Appreciate you, Mr. Gray, again. And motivate and inspire. You know how we do. But yeah, man, I wanted to talk about this Terrence Crawford fight against Amir Khan coming up. I am going to be front and center to watch that one. Can't wait. I like Crawford. I like what he does. I like Khan. He's a competitor. It's going to be a good one, man. So I'm going to tune in. I thank y'all for checking in again. It's your boy JDub Carter, growing to a man. Haters can't understand. But anyway, I want y'all to have a blessed day. I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all checking out Sports Talk Radio with JDub Carter on JDub Carter Music Radio. You know?
It's win or go home, or win and stay home. Either way, win. Win.